What's up, guys? Welcome to Glory Investing Show. Today, we will talk about one of the largest pharmaceutical corporations, Pfizer. Pfizer is an American multinational pharmaceutical corporation. It is ranked 57 on the 2018 Fortune 500 list of the largest United States corporations by total revenue. They're focused on making medicines and vaccines, one of the most popular being Lipitor, Lyrica, Diflucan, Zithromax, Viagra, and Celebrex. At the moment, Pfizer is working with BioNTech on developing a vaccine for COVID-19. These companies have just concluded Phase 3 study of COVID-19 vaccine candidate. Primary efficacy analysis demonstrates BNT162b2 to be 95% effective against COVID-19 beginning 28 days after the first dose. 170 confirmed cases of COVID-19 were evaluated, with 162 observed in the placebo group versus 8 in the vaccine group. Efficacy was consistent across age, gender, race, and ethnicity demographics. Observed efficacy in adults over 65 years of age was over 94%. Companies submitted emergency use authorization to the FDA on November 20th. They will try to produce 50 million vaccines by the end of 2020, which will be distributed all over the world. And their plan is to distribute up to 1.3 billion in 2021. Since its founding, Pfizer made numerous successful mergers which helped the company's growth. Those mergers include the Warner-Lambert acquisition in 2000, Pharmacia acquisition in 2002, Wyeth acquisition in 2009, and King Pharmaceuticals acquisition in 2010. As of 2017, Pfizer divided its work into two primary segments. The first one is Innovative Health, which includes branded drugs and vaccines, and the second one is Essential Health. In 2016, Innovative Health generated $29.2 billion in revenue, and Essential Health generated $23.6 billion. Before we mention the lawsuits and controversies that are a part of this company's history, make sure to click that subscribe button. We're posting new videos every week. This pharmaceutical company had a lot of legal issues on its way to the top, and we will cover some of them in this video. The Quigley Company, which sold asbestos-containing insulation products, was acquired by Pfizer in 1968. Asbestos victims and Pfizer have been negotiating a settlement deal that calls for Pfizer to pay $430 million to 80% of existing plaintiffs. It will also place an additional $535 million into an asbestos settlement trust that will compensate future plaintiffs, as well as the remaining 20% of current plaintiffs with claims against Pfizer and Quigley. The compensation deal is worth $965 million all up. Pfizer purchased Shiley in 1979. The deal included the purchase of the Bjork-Shiley heart valve. Approximately 500 people died when defective valves failed, and in 1994, the United States ruled against Pfizer for approximately $200 million. Another controversy involved the drug Celebrex. Brigham Young University said that a professor of chemistry, Dr. Daniel L. Simmons, discovered an enzyme in the 1990s that would later lead towards the development of Celebrex. BYU wanted royalty on sales, which would equate to $9.7 billion. A legal battle ensued, and it lasted over 6 years. This culminated in a $450 million amicable settlement without going to trial. Pfizer said it would take a $450 million charge against first quarter earnings to settle. Proton pump inhibitor lawsuits blame the drugs for causing kidney problems as well as acute interstitial nephritis, or AIN. Lawsuits against Pfizer and a couple of other drug manufacturers state that the companies failed to warn of the dangers of proton pump inhibitors. As of January 2020, there were 1340 proton pump inhibitor lawsuits pending in federal court. out of a total of 15,164 that had been filed. Another lawsuit was filed against Prempro, a drug used by women to reduce the symptoms of menopause. Nearly 10,000 women filed Prempro breast cancer lawsuits against Pfizer. By 2012, Pfizer settled most of the claims for more than $1 billion. In 2013, the company set aside about $288 million to resolve the Chantix lawsuits that were filed against Pfizer. About 3,000 people claimed Chantix caused suicidal thoughts and severe psychological disorders. One case settled for an undisclosed amount just before trial in 2012. Apart from that lawsuit in 2013, a federal panel closed the consolidated Effexor litigation in the same year. Lawsuits claimed birth defects. A judge dismissed Zoloft cases in 2016. Lawsuits included similar claims to Effexor XR. Be that as it may, the judge did not disagree that Zoloft caused the birth defects, but the judge concluded there was insufficient evidence to definitely link the two. A judge dismissed a group of federal Eliquis cases in 2017. Injured patients continued to file severe bleeding claims in Delaware State Court. In the same year, a judge dismissed Lipitor lawsuits. Women who took the drug filed lawsuits after developing type 2 diabetes. There is currently an appeal pending, so we will see what will be the final outcome of this lawsuit. The biggest controversy regarding Pfizer happened in 1996. Pfizer conducted an unapproved clinical trial which involved children with meningitis in Nigeria. The trials led to the deaths of 11 children, with a dozen more ending up with some form of disability. Trovan is a drug severely restricted in use because of its potential to cause liver damage. Injury to the liver as a result of taking Trovan can lead to liver failure and death. In 2019, Pfizer paid $700,000 to 4 families who lost children during the Trovan trials. In addition, the company set up a $35 million fund for those affected by Trovan. Pfizer also agreed to sponsor health projects in Kano, Nigeria. The latest lawsuit happened a couple of months ago. New York University sued the pharmaceutical company Pfizer for breach of contract in Manhattan Supreme Court on October 1st of 2020. Arguing that the university should get royalties from sales of a drug used to treat lung cancer. The claim dates back to 1991 agreement in which cancer-fighting technology was licensed to a startup called Sugen. Through a series of acquisitions, Sugen became part of Pfizer, and the company realized billions of dollars from 2 targeted cancer therapy drugs. It was argued that NYU was owed 2.5% royalties on the drugs, but Pfizer refused to pay. In a statement issued later that day, Pfizer denied the allegations made in the complaint. Pfizer believes these allegations have no merit and will vigorously defend the case as the company has complied with the parties' research agreement, the statement said. Now, let's look at Pfizer's quarterly reports. PFE reported third quarter 2020 adjusted earnings per share of 72 cents. Revenue in Q3 came in at $12.13 billion. Sales declined 4% from the year-ago quarter. Third quarter revenues included a net negative impact of approximately $500 million, or 4% due to COVID-19. Pfizer Biopharma sales grew 3% from the year-ago period to $10.2 billion. While in the third quarter, stock prices rose 12.17%. The overall value of healthcare industry stocks rose 1.86% overall. Pfizer's deal sets a price per dose of $19.50, and they're expected to launch 100 million doses. Pfizer could earn $15 billion plus in COVID-19 vaccine, according to analysts. They already made a deal with the US government that they will acquire up to 500 million additional doses. Based on this, I am definitely getting my position bigger in this stock. For me, this is a no-brainer. What do you think? Is Pfizer a company worth investing in? Post your opinion in the comments below. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all in our next video.